Man, where is Reason Gang at, bro? Where is Reason Gang at? Show me where Reason Gang is at. Let me see if my people is in here or not. I need to see if Reason Gang is up in here. I need to see if Reason Gang came to hang out with your boy for a quick second. You want to see? Let me see real quick. Okay. We live. What up, Sasha? Okay, let me get the Reason up real quick. Jeffrey Sykes, man. Have a good shift, bro. Sorry you can't get in here. Sorry you can't get in here, man. Be up in here cooking up some stuff. That's it right there. All right, man. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. I'll come back to see the finished product. I know it'll be dope. Well, we hope so. I hope so. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. But who knows? All right, so I'm gonna take things nice and easy and chill today. For those that don't know, this will be the first cook up. Yo, what up? Deep Pink Audio. What's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. For those that don't know, man, I haven't really made anything new. You know what I'm saying? I made nothing new in 2025. What I've been doing is I just been working on back catalog. I've been going through my older content, just like I'm still looking at stuff right now. This was something that I made, previously as well. See if I pull up the song information. Does it say anything here? It don't say it. I'm gonna start filling this stuff in though. Get out of here. Start filling this stuff out. What I have been doing is I have been going through the back catalog, going through old files from last year, and basically just going over the files, making sure everything sound how it needs to sound, exporting it, and then uploading it either to YouTube or to BeatStars, whichever one I need to upload it to. So that's essentially what I have been doing, what I have been working on, just trying to get that. So instead of, like I said, instead of just cooking up new, I wanted to make sure to go through some of that old stuff. Not really old, because like I said, it's fairly new. It's like right around the end of the year. Just cooking up a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of glad for it, because now I have like different genres, different styles of tracks, got a bunch of different stuff where it's like, all right, at a moment's notice, we could send some stuff out, we could reshape some stuff, we could resequence some stuff, and possibly send it out for sync. We could send it out to artists, we could put it on the BeatStars, we could put it up for YouTube so people could check it out on YouTube. Where Reason Gang at, man? Reason Gang ain't in here yet, though. I'm still looking for Reason Gang. I went on Google Trends the other day. Let me tell y'all what Google Trends said. Google Trends said, in comparison to Ableton, FL Studio, and even Studio One, in comparison to Reason, those four comparing them together, Reason is like not even on the chart of like Google Trends searches. Like when people go search stuff, Reason don't come up in the search as much as these other things. FL Studio, probably anybody could have bet that was the number one. It's like the number one thing that came up that people are searching for was FL Studio. The number one key term specifically was how to get FL Studio free. I thought that was hilarious. What up, Kev? Got that heat? What up? Welcome to the stream. I thought that was hilarious. That basically, like, what people searching for the most is how to get it free. Not even like how to make beats in FL Studio or like FL Studio tutorials, but just specifically, how do I get this joint for free? I ain't trying to pay for no FL Studio. I'm trying to get this joint for free. Hey Taylor, how you doing? Good, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm trying to see how can I get FL Studio the crack version. I'm not trying to pay nobody for nothing. I'm trying to get that free software. So that's why I said this live stream was going to be titled, Where is Reason Gang? Because there's people out there that use it. Another thing that's been coming up, has been popping up, we're definitely in a small pond for sure. One of the other things that's been popping up, anytime people talk about it, they get to sounding crazy talking about Reason, bro. they get to sounding crazy talking about reason, man. They be like, dang, we gotta represent for our people. DL, what up, DL? Oh man. Yo, Taxi, what up, Taxi up in here? Will J says, I'm leaving Pro Tools for Studio One, but I will continue to create in Reason. Listen, man, I don't know. I really might have to give that Studio One a second glance, because as a content creator, as a YouTuber and content creator, it's tough when, like I said, like the search that's coming up, it's just like no search coming up for Reason, dog. It's just like people are not interested. People are not like searching for it. Now, I know it's not like, you know, there are some people that are looking for it. Of course, that you guys are here. You know what I'm saying? Of course, people are subscribing to the channel. So it's not just like completely, you know, empty, but it's just in comparison. It's just like, it's just different, man. So it just make you just say, you know, where are people at, bro? Where Reason Gang at? And when we find you, we gotta represent. True. When we find you, we gotta represent. Let me see if I turn this way. What about off? Oh yeah. No, let's leave it on there. I like that. I think I like the way that look. I almost left Reason. I'm glad I didn't. I just like going left when everybody goes right. I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. I do like to be different. I do like to use what I like to use and not do what everybody else is doing. I wholeheartedly believe that it won't make the greatest difference. Like, I think like some people tend to try to make it seem like it's going to make this huge difference if you're using a certain DAW over another one. I don't buy it. I don't really buy that. I think in terms of your beat making, stuff might be easier depending on what you use. That could be a thing, but it ain't like you're just completely separated from the crowd if you don't use Ableton. But it's funny because that's the conversation I'm kind of hearing. Completely separated if you don't use FL Studio. I think for me, reason number one problem is no autosave. How many times have you saved over a file by accident and could not recover? Well, Jay, that's an interesting point. It almost sounds a little specific. It's very specific, actually, because it really depends on the type of person that you are in your organization, and it depends on, you know, how you get down, right? Because for somebody else, that might not be a problem at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when I go in making beats, I don't even hit the save button. Like, people will be on my live stream watching me make a beat, and they'll be like, Chris, like, hit save. I'm like, hit save for what? We don't need no save. What you mean hit save? Y'all scared? Are y'all scared? I think somehow Reason sounds a bit dull and narrow. Yeah, I think that's a lack of knowledge. I think it's a lack of knowledge. I think it's a lack of knowing the software a little bit. I definitely live dangerously, Will. That is for sure how I be living. I definitely live dangerous in these streets, in these Reason streets, when I'm cooking up these beats. Yeah, I agree with you. That is, you know, that's not the best kind of practice, but it's something that I do for sure. I can admit it. I can admit that it's something that I do, is basically what I'm saying. But, you know, to each his own. You feel me? So I'm using my iPhone as a microphone, but I'm not liking necessarily. Deep Link, I appreciate it, man. Hope you have fun too, man. Hope you have fun. Your sound gonna be your sound no matter what you're using. Kev got that heat. Kev know what I'm saying. Kev know what we talking about out here. So right now, just in case anybody isn't, you know, clear and they're not understanding what's happening, I'm live streaming on YouTube, And I'm also live streaming on Instagram. And if I restarted this stream, I'm sure there's a way I could hook up my Twitch. People was telling me that I should start doing some stuff on Twitch. I feel like I gotta be a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more organized, a little bit more, you know, together before I could start doing that. But let's check out this track. I'm gonna check out this track I made recently, and then we're gonna get into something new today. But hey, keep the conversation up. Keep the conversation up, because I like the talk that we having right now. Sometimes it's cool to just chat with chat. You know what I'm saying? And my folks that be up in here, y'all know how I like to get down, man. We all cool. What's up? I see some new names. All right, I put the bat symbol out. I put the bat symbol out and some people answered. Let's go. That's crazy. Put the bat symbol out. They was like, here we are. What up, B-Hoss? Welcome to the stream, man. A Major Keys, what up? Reason Gang. Black Track, what up? I've been using Reason since version 4. Never had any issues. What up, what up, what up? Alexander has something I want to talk about as well. I saw something pop up from Alexander. I'm going to talk about that in a second, too. Shout out to y'all that's joining the stream. Make sure you hit that like button. I appreciate it. Listen, so even with this track, so earlier we was having a conversation about Autosave, for example, not being introduced, implemented. Will J was talking about autosaving and stuff like that. And I was saying how I like to live dangerously on the live stream sometimes. When I'm making beats, I don't even bother saving anything. You know, I don't even bother saving. I don't hit save until I'm ready to export, you know. But it got to a point with this track right here where that was dangerous for me. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point with this one because I had an issue. I'm trying to remember, did my laptop die or did something just get disconnected? Something happened. And because like something got disconnected, like Reason was like, well, that's what it was. I'll have my headphones in. And when you're on Mac, the way that the audio is set up or whatever, if you take your headphones out, Reason sends you an error message. And it's like, oh, your audio device is no longer connected. So I'm like, all right, cool. Audio device not connected. Cool. Well, we got to fix this blur real quick. So it says audio device not connected, right, y'all? So then I'm like, all right, cool. Let's reconnect it. Let's fix it. But it was like the error message was on top of another error message. So I couldn't get the error message off. So it was just stuck. And I was like, dang, what do I do? So I had to just close it out. I had to just close out the whole system. But sometimes, it's not every time, it has to be like it's like a certain formula. It's like a certain thing that happens. Sometimes if your Reason crashes a certain way, it will give you a recovery file. So I'll show you, for example, I have on here, let me see, recovery January 1st, 2025. So Oh, but I moved the file. But there was a time, January 1st, it says it right there, where something happened and I got a recovery file because whatever. Oh, I got to switch over here so you can actually see what I'm saying. So in other words, Reason crashed. I got a recovery file. I was able to recover it then. Anyway, so this file, luckily I had saved it, so I was able to keep this track. But if I had autosave, I wouldn't have had to worry about that, right? It would have just been already ready. And yeah, I risked I risked not having this track that I had just cooked up. I risked not having that track because I like to live dangerously and just be like, oh, I'm not going to save it just yet. Oh, I'm not going to save it just yet. And I'm glad that last night or whenever I was making this track that I did not do that, because that could have been bad. That could have been real bad. So that is something that, you know, something that could be looked at. That's something that, you know, definitely comes up. Always hit that save, man. Even when stuff already be saved, it's like, always hit that save. How many times have you lost tracks? Can you remember? Well, I don't really, that's what I'm saying. I don't really remember losing full tracks. Like, I don't remember actually being like, all right, cool, I got this track and then Reason crashed. Like, that is a super rare occurrence. Sometimes what happens is I'll run out of CPU space or something, and then like before I could hit save, because I just was loading in too many instruments or something. So now I'm like stuck waiting for Reason, and then when it finally saves, it's like, cool, close it down. So I could probably count on one hand how many times I've actually lost a track because Reason crashed. But I know for sure in other DAWs, it goes way beyond that. It became like a guarantee in certain DAWs. I ain't gonna say to certain DAWs because I'm not trying to make this about a DAW situation. I'm not trying to make this a DAW war, but I'm just saying there was definitely times in other DAWs where it was like, nah, gotta save this. So I just look at Reason and I say, well, that shows how comfortable I am with Reason, that I don't feel I have to save it every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll save it eventually. Will J, like power outages. Yeah, definitely stuff like that. I had a laptop that the battery on the laptop went bad, so you had to have it plugged into the charger. So it had to be plugged into that, you know, like the laptop charger. And if it disconnected from the laptop charger, it would die, right? So definitely had situations like that where it was like, oh, just accidentally something, you bumped the table too hard, laptop battery come out. All right, cool. That's on me though. I need to get a new laptop at that point, right? And Sasha, I can tell you that the bigger conversation also just about backing up your stuff, that is a big conversation as well, because I do remember having that same laptop. I do remember that same laptop where the battery was just too old, battery didn't work, more stuff started breaking and falling apart, and pretty much like for sure a year's worth of Reason files just gone. I did have some MP3, you know, exports. I did have a few MP3 exports here and there, but the files, like I had a guy I was working with too, and it's like, oh yeah, can you pull up that beat? There's like a sound or something I want to change. It's like, dog, if it was on that laptop, it's gone. Whatever it is, I had to hit up one of my other artists, Brian James. I had to hit him up and be like, hey, can you just send me, like, you know, this stuff? Can you send me the stems to this song? Because I don't have the original file no more. Like, I just lost everything. It's computer crash, blue screen, can't recover it. It's all gone. So now I make sure, not only, oh man, I gotta get some more stuff at home. I have two 10 terabyte external hard drives at my computer at home, and they're disk. But the 210 terabyte, I think one is 8 terabytes and the other is 10. And I just back up my stuff, right? I back up my stuff. BA Mac talking about some Ableton, cough, cough. Get out of here talking about some cough, cough. Back up my stuff on there. And also, I just keep buying them. I just keep buying more and more drives. So this is a 2 terabyte Crucial SSD drive. And then plugged into my laptop right now, I have a Samsung T9 or something like that. That one's only 500 gigabytes. But just always having something to keep being able to save. Like, all right, just it's saved on the computer, but just dump everything to the external hard drive and just, you know, back stuff up, because you will lose stuff. You will absolutely lose stuff, and you don't want to go through that headache. So it would be cool if Reason could implement autosave, but if you live dangerously like me, you ain't got to worry about it. Okay, the next thing I saw somebody say, I wish they updated the browser or Mimic to preview loops in sync. This is something you just can't do in Dr. Rex. So preview in sync, that's interesting. I would just say, does anybody else know, does anyone else preview in sync? So I believe what he's saying is, like, if I'm playing this track and I go to a Rex loop and I start playing the loop, I guess he's saying to preview it in sync from the browser. I know it doesn't preview from the browser. You always could just drag and drop. You always could just like create it though and browse it like that, you know, and then it'll play it in sync with the tempo and stuff. Does anybody else know if there's another DAW that could do that? I would be curious to know if there's another DAW that actually does that at all. So again, that's another one of them things. Like, I guess if that's, you know, if that's a big thing for you, and you know, when I say, hey, where's Reason Gang at? I don't mean like, hey, people that use Reason that got a whole bunch of complaints about Reason. No, but we just talking, bro. We just talking. Sasha says, good track. Appreciate you. Jake, hey, Chris, I've been putting off trying Reason 13 because I'm worried about the sample browser. Can you still view it on the left side of the screen? Jake, I don't know if you're still in here or not, but if you're in here, let me know. Drop something in the chat. I wish I had saw it sooner so I could just preview it for you, but I'll show right now in case you come back and look at it later, or if you're still here or not, whatever. They changed the browser, and the easier or the simpler way that I could like break it down for you is the left browser is for devices and your main browser is for patches. So it's two browsers in Reason 13 and above, basically. You press F9 and the browser comes up. That's this guy. That's what this guy looks like right here. You press F9, this browser pops up, and essentially you can use this browser to find patches, not devices. You can find a patch for a device, but you're really not doing this for devices, if that makes sense. So if you know there's a certain kind of patch that you want, that's when you pull up the F9, pull up the browser. So you say a certain type of patch that you want. I want a sub bass. I don't really care what instrument. I don't care. Maybe I saved a patch and I called it sub bass, but it's actually from Trillion, or it's actually from a contact library. But if I type in the word sub bass, boom, it just pulls me up anything that's a sub or a bass anywhere at all inside of this browser, and then I can just sift through and find the specific sub bass patches that I want. I can then, you know, categorize it even closer. Maybe I only want the staff pick. That's something I've been using lately. It's something that I used when I cooked up this beat right here. So all of those those sounds are staff picked. So they're the staff pick, and I guess that means staff in terms of the Reason staff, you know, the creators of the program. All of those sounds are staff picked outside of the 808 and my drums. The drums are from a drum pack that I downloaded, and the same thing with the 808. But yeah, so you can use the browser like this. You start off with something and then you just start getting closer and closer to what you're looking for. So it's a sub bass. It definitely needs to be a bass. I definitely want it to be a staff pick. I want it to be boomy and also metallic. Okay, guess what? It's only one bass that sounds boomy and metallic that is a staff pick, right? It's this one. So anyway, that's how you would go about using the newer browser that they have. For the other side of things, which is the browser on the left, for that side of things, that browser only works really for your devices, and that's exactly what it is. It's the device pane. It's not really your browser. The difference is because, you know, they do have players, and, you know, they have different effects, utility. There's a bunch of different things that you might not necessarily need a patch, but you could just pull up the device. So if it's like, all right, cool, I know I want to use a contact device, I don't know which one, but I know I want to use Arturia or something. Boom, I know I can go find all of the Arturia devices in that browser, but probably won't find it in the patch browser. So I need to just actually load in the VST and then, you know, search for it from there. So that's kind of what's been my kind of like the way I'm looking at it. Because the only other thing you could do is like find a way to put all of the presets for your VSTs into the Reason browser, into the Reason library. And I don't think that's necessarily something that is doable. That would be an interesting thing, actually, to see if that's something that's even doable. Like you could resave all of the patches. There's been a lot of times I found like a VST patch I really liked, so I saved it, and then it shows up. It shows up in my user library or whatever like that. So that's, you know, that's something that could happen. That's something that could happen. Let me make sure I'm still good to go here. Okay, so interesting sound. All right, so that's the browser for Jake. Was asking about the browser. I wish they addressed the VST support. I have to refrain from using Contact because it takes too long to load libraries. Taxi's libraries are probably a lot more, you know, they're probably a lot larger than mine. I don't have like a whole lot of stuff. It's one of the reasons I can say this. It's one of the reasons why sometimes I prefer, oh, you know what? I don't have that external hard drive with me. Well, that's not good, Chris. It's one of the reasons why I prefer sometimes to just use Reason stock sounds, because the Reason instruments just load so much faster, you know? They load faster. They're trying to tell me that I don't have battery 4, but I do have it. So fine, I don't have time for y'all, with y'all foolishness y'all going through. It does, you know, it does take time, like right there. All right, that wasn't too long for, you know, for Arturia, but Arturia, it's not heavily sample based. So yeah, that's a good point in terms of them addressing that, and, you know, I'm sure it'll come up here and there. Save every 2 minutes. It's usually VSTs that crash Reason too, but even then it's very uncommon. Yeah, Chemical, it's very uncommon. It's very uncommon. In 2022, you made a good track with Native Instruments, some good drums, and Reason crashed on you. Dang, you remember that? What did I do, Sasha? Did I remake the track? I probably just remade the track though. It probably was like early enough in the process to where I was like, all right, we're just gonna remake it. If not, then it's on my live stream somewhere. It probably is just on the live stream somewhere. Then I could just find it and see what happened to it. Let me see. Chris Reed beats Reason crashed. I don't even think I would ever even. Producer crashes out. Before I saved, I feel like it was something like that, like I forgot to save. I'm not seeing it, but I could only remember like one time on a live stream where something like that happened. So that probably was the case. It was like I was making it and then it crashed. I don't know. I guess if I probably didn't save it. So I guess in that regard, you think it was the one? You think that was the one that would have changed my life? That would have, you know, got my family out the hood? Yeah, I recently went through a whole backup of all my stuff on Backblaze. I heard of Backblaze. 2 hard drives and Google Drive. Lost too many tracks over the years from not having multiple backups. Yes, exactly. Crucial is I like it. It's pretty fast. This external hard drive is pretty fast. I like it. Studio One does everything. Cubase, Ableton, Studio One, previews in sync. Okay, Taxi says all of those people have preview in sync. Hey man. Dang, just another thing. Just another feature to add to the list, y'all. Another feature to add to the list. What shall we do? What shall we ever do? No, this thing not working. I'm supposed to be live, but oh, okay, I'm live. It's on. All right, so that's that. Let's get to some new 2025. Let's make some hip hop. Let's make some neo soul, bouncy, nice. You know, some nice chords type stuff. You know, moving on up. You know. Moving on up. Something like that. Let's get some tight drums. Let me see. Let's pull up some redrum. Pull up some redrum. We'll come in here and see if I can find me some drums. See if I find me some drums. Not no 808 stuff though. Let me see. Give me a nice rim shot. I need a rim shot. Hey. You know, every time I've ever done that, every time I've ever said, give me a rim shot, I always sing that song. Every time. It's never failed. Oh, I made a beat with this one before. I remember that. I like that beat too. Let's see. Let's find some stuff. Reason needs to fix that. Chris, what is it called when you use a sample or you hold a note for 4 bars, play the track in the middle of the 4 bars, and get no sound? It's only playing the MIDI. It only plays the MIDI from the trigger point of the MIDI. Chris, what is it called when you use a sample or you hold a note for 4 bars and play the track in the middle of the 4 bars? Yeah, you would need to bounce. You would need to bounce that MIDI so that you could just play it, because it only triggers the MIDI from the trigger point. So yeah, if I have a, let me see, if I go and I'll record this, give me some tempo. Give me some tempo. If I go, I record this and I say, and I just record those 2 chords. If I just come here in the middle of the chord, well, I can't get to the middle of the chord. Let me see, go half. So if I come here in the middle of the chord, it just won't play, because it only plays from the start of the MIDI. And so the only way you really could fix that is if you bounce in place. Because of course, if you bounce in place, then you can hear, see, you can play it from anywhere in there because it's bounced. So yeah, that's a MIDI. It's a MIDI thing. It's like a MIDI complication, a MIDI. Dara JT, what up, man? Hey, Dara was teaching me stuff about social media, bro. He was like, hey, you want to get your socials up? Not like personally teaching me, but just from what I was watching his page, just teaching me like, man, if you want to get your videos up, man, you gotta make some videos. I don't have my sustain pedal, but I don't really necessarily need it either. You can do a sustain pedal from here. It's great to see you too, man. Reason Gang in the building. If I had my sound effect board, I'll be dropping a bomb right now. Let's do that. That sounds like that. And we're gonna last forever. It's time for the lover in you. If it's real. Andre, what up? Welcome to the stream. Can you explain how to use several hardware sequencers on different tracks at the same time so they are locked to a specific track? Thanks. No. I cannot. Hardware sequencers. I have no hardware sequencers. I know that what you're referring to is a MIDI. It's a MIDI clock situation. You got to have a master and then the rest of the stuff working as slaves. So that way, when you start one sequencer, the rest of them go in the same sequencing. So to answer your question, I cannot, especially from here, because I don't have any hardware sequencers to explain that. Now, what I can explain to you is, how am I sustaining these chords without a sustain pedal? Well, I'm using this thing called an on-screen keys. on-screen piano keys. Of course, I could just play the keys like that, right, from my keyboard. And when you use shift, you can do sustain. And that sustain works not just for these keys, but also for these keys. And you can just press shift. So hey, there's something for you if you didn't know. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna record in something we was just playing. Of course I messed something up, but that's okay, we're gonna redo it. Hold on. Of course I messed that up. Here we go. One more time. Okay, so let's go in here and let's fix these notes real quick. I think this click is on. We don't want that click on. Boo, 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 boo. I think that's what I want to play. Yeah, that could work. 3, 4. 3, 4. That could work. That could work. And let's make them start a little sooner. Maybe not that much sooner. We're gonna take this one slow, y'all. This is like the first live stream cooking up a beat. I just wanted to come in a little faster than where it was coming in before. But maybe not. Let me see. Okay, then make these longer then. All right, cool. We'll make those longer. For sure, for sure. I have not heard of Ever Motion. I love making melodies on Reason and chopping them up and do my drums on the MPC. That's a dope strategy for sure. I always be like, man, I wanna add a bunch of stuff now that I don't have access to them. I'm like, yeah, wouldn't that be dope if I added this and added that? Shoot, some organ. Way too bright. I want something much more subdued. Okay, let's take these and remove these now. I like that tremolo. That tremolo is nice. I'm just setting up this bass sound because I don't know. I don't think I want to go with that vibe. That's very not the vibe necessarily. Yeah, that was beefy. Let me do some simple bass real quick. I'm just do the chords, just the chords, just the root note of the chords. Just the root notes of these chords real quick, nice and simple. Put this one up. Take this tempo down a little bit. We'll layer up a little bit. Let me see, how will we go a little slower. Let me see, is that not? My laptop will probably die before I get a chance to actually download some stuff. It'll probably die. Where can I go to get those VST sounds besides just Reason sounds? Yeah, which sounds? Like, which sounds are you referring to? You talking about like acoustic instruments, like Rhodes and pianos? Like, what do you mean when you say those sounds? Happy New Year to you, the real CY. A nice little drum loop will really start setting this thing off. But I need to add some more layers real quick. Cause I don't even think I added that piano. Yeah, oh well, that's probably what we should do. We should play the I'm gonna change this other piano.
Now connected to Steve's iPhone.
Sometimes you don't need the whole chord, you know what I'm saying?
Now connected to Steve's iPhone.
kind of like the flute. I kind of like the flute just playing some chords. Hold on. Felony, what up, man? Welcome to the live stream.
Now connected to today's iPhone.
Oh, guess what, y'all? Guess who hasn't saved this beat? Guess who hasn't saved? Okay, I need some space. I need some space now. Give me some space. Let me see this. Let me make everybody chilling, man. We still good? We still in here? Everybody in here? Let me see. I'm gonna add these strings real quick. Yeah, hold on. start them drums real quick. Let me see something. So I was trying to get these some acoustic. I might instead of running it, I might just find just basically looking for just like a more acoustic hi-hat. Let me. Let me see. How can I take off some of that attack, but without taking the attack off of the rest of this? That's a really great little rim shot there. And now we can go crazy with the bass line a little bit. Now we can come back in and Maybe we do something different on that second time around. Maybe we go back down. So we went. I do like that vibe. I do like that vibe though. Something of that nature. We can pull something like that off. Just gotta glide them notes a little bit. Okay, push it over a little bit. A little less. A little less. Like there. I think we're gonna not do that every time, but every other time. to that point yet? Have I gotten to the point where I would be upset if the beat, if this program crashed, if the computer died? Have I gotten to that point? Would I be upset, you know? Am I there yet? I don't know if I'm there yet. That is a better note. Would I be upset though? Let's see, what y'all hear? Remember, Chris, to bounce your MIDI notes and in place, it will save you some computer usage. When that other place ain't in, on the headphones, on the stream headphones, ooh. Yeah. Let's do some sequencing real quick. Still sounding very jazzy, very really very jazzy. Okay. That's interessant. That is interessant. Interessant. I just feel like for the cancel, I feel like for the hook, dang, them headphones are out. It's crazy. I feel like for the hook, it just needs something to, what's the word I'm looking for? Something to differentiate it a little bit more. I really don't bounce in place a lot. I don't do a lot of bouncing in place, but I get it. I get it. But I don't personally don't do a lot of bouncing in place. They want to do some more stuff with that part. So. Bum 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 bum. Because I need a different symbol in there, so we're not just hitting the same symbol every time. So bum 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 bum. Okay.